This is the Ricoh Theta S, and it's a 360 camera. So grab the video with your mouse or your finger and drag it around. So right now you're probably thinking, whoa, this is really cool. And you'll think that for about 30 seconds, and then you'll think, oh, this is really dumb. But it's actually not that dumb. It's pretty cool. It's pretty useful. What you need to do is to watch it on your smartphone, and then just hold your smartphone up and like look around like this, and you'll be able to peer around the room, and it feels much more intuitive when you're actually moving your mouse like that. And if you're an Android user, you'll get kind of freaked out the first time you try this, but get a Google Cardboard. They cost about $10. And then you can unzip it like that, put your phone in there, close it up, and then you can hold it up to your eyes and look around. And it feels really immersive. Like, look up the Mythbusters shark video in 360. It's pretty freaky. So,
you're pretty freaky.
You can stand this little camera up on its end. You don't need a tripod or anything. It's got one big button that starts recording. It will record for 25 minutes at a time. It has its own internal memory and will record about 80 minutes of memory. It charges via USB. Battery life hasn't been a real problem. We're getting ready for Tony and Chelsea Live, so you can kind of peer around and look at the studio. And let's take a look at some other sample footage.
I'm also periscoping this. So we're
recording 360, you periscoping.
That's on you.
Nuts here. It's periscope inception. Okay, sample footage.
You're going to get one of those people being like, that's not what Inception is. The Inception purists of all the stands to take.
Yep. You got to believe in something, right?
You're falling!
Here, you're a fly in the wall as we're preparing to go on the news with the great Ann Nyberg. This is what 360 video is best at, giving you a non-intrusive experience in an environment where you'd want to explore. Like, what are you most interested in? Are you interested in the mics that the news station is using, or the massive number of studio lights and TVs? Maybe it's the pre-show banter. That's the best and the worst part of 360 video. The filmmaker chooses the camera's location, but not its angle of view. You can explore the scene, but you might be missing an important part of the story behind you. Most of the time, I'd rather just have the filmmaker zoom in on the subject of the scene, just as they always do in TV and movies, rather than having me wander around the scene. Also, with a headset, it's weird to be spinning 360 degrees in my chair to check different things out. The Theta S does a pretty good job of stitching together the 280-degree scenes from its two lenses. Check out the weird artifacts where the video from the two lenses stitches together, though. Watch this. The camera's going to fall over. After a moment of jiggle, it's back upright. We didn't touch the camera again. During post-processing, the Ricoh software automatically levels the horizon. I'll jump forward to when I set the camera back upright, and you'll see it level itself again.
This is definitely Gadget.
Yeah, that's Gadget. Okay. Gadget family. Okay. So you're going to sit there, you'll sit there. Okay. And they might move us around a little bit.
Before I go to the next scene, watch Ann masterfully plug our book. Thanks for having us on the show. If you want to see the entire segment, visit sdp.io/Nyberg.
It's okay, you should be okay.
By the way, I think this camera would be awesome for recording business meetings.
Help me to be more disciplined with my hobby.
And you're great at what you guys do. You're writing your fourth book now. We have one of the books here, right? So you talk all about how to take pictures, what kind of a camera to use, and you really take people through the paces on YouTube. And people call in, and you have a big audience, you're telling me, in California, and Europe likes to watch it too. And it's every Thursday night at 5, is that right?
So here's what that looks like straight out of the camera. It's these like two circles like this, each representing 180 degrees of the sphere. So obviously it has to do some distortion and stuff before we can see it the way we normally look at it. And then you run it through the Ricoh software, and what you get is this. You get this like 360 video spread out on just a two-dimensional plane, and it's 960p at this point. But why does it look so bad when you're watching it? Because YouTube will show just a small section of it at a time, just your normal angle of view. So you're seeing more like VHS quality out of it.
Let's jump to my living room. I decided to take the Ricoh Theta S airborne, and these girls are helping me out by inflating helium balloons. I think 360 is great for recording family events like this. Set it on the table during your birthday party and you'll capture everything, and people will quickly forget that the camera is even there. You don't have to worry about focusing, framing, or setting up the camera. It just works in the background, assuming you remember to restart the recording every 25 minutes.
Hello? Is
that real?
Yeah.
Why didn't it work like that?
Tony, Tony, Tony.
That's scary.
I sound like a little pigman.
I didn't know you had to do it.
Christmas time is near.
So imagine being able to send a family event to your grandmother who lives far away and can't otherwise participate.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. Hi, Sandy.
We tried to fly the Theta S with balloons, but we needed 30 or 40 balloons and we had like 13. So I had my drone tow the balloons up. The wind blew it around too much, and this taught me an important lesson. Anything but the smoothest movement will be nauseating to viewers. Sorry. As an editor, there are lots of challenges to 360 video. Adding titles is weird because you don't know where people are going to be looking, so you just kind of have to put them everywhere. You can't make quick cuts because every cut is disorienting and people have to look around again to get their bearings. There's also no great way to direct people's attention to one part of the frame, but I can try using big arrows.
This camera would be awesome for real estate. Just imagine I'm a real estate agent. And now as we walk into the video studio, we can see massive amounts of equipment around us, included acoustic foam. And what home doesn't have a built-in photo studio? What's this hiding behind the backdrop? Oh God, it's a scary, terrible, terrifying person. Here you are amongst the beer with your very own refrigerator. Are you looking for a place to do laundry? So are we. How about online car sales? This 2004 Volvo XC90 has it all. If by all you want AM and FM radio and a 6 CD changer. Sorry. Want to connect your Pandora? Just use this sweet FM transmitter that you'll need to adjust every 10 to 15 miles. What about a sunroof? Functions. Check out the high-resolution display. Time for regular service? So much information. Bulb failure position light? Buy it now before somebody else snaps it up.
Let's go to the beach.
You can take 14 megapixel still pictures, but you'll always have a big hand in it.
So it's really not that sharp since the captured image is circular and very distorted. I didn't find the 360 images as compelling as the video, and your huge hand will appear in most of the shots anyway. Ricoh does have a mobile app, and, well, it works okay. You can preview your 360 still pictures, but it's not really worth the trouble since the camera's just going to capture everything. You can't really preview the video, though you can use the app to stop and start recording. You can use the app to share your photos and video to Twitter or Facebook, so you can quickly share some vacation footage.
Whoa, she threw it right in the water. So, should you get the Ricoh Theta S? It has some specialized uses for people doing virtual tours. But for the regular person, I think it's the most honest way to document your life. And even if your Facebook friends don't care to watch a 360 video now, I think in 10 or 20 years, virtual reality gaming, 360 headsets will be more common. And I think your grandkids and great-grandkids and great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkids will find your way of life fascinating. So give it a shot. It's $350. It's a pretty good value, and it'll teach you a little bit more about the realities of virtual reality. Thanks, and subscribe to see more videos, including some 360 photography tutorials coming out. Oh, that's my stick.
Can I have that?
Oh, you want the stick?